Okay, Commissioner, whenever you're ready.
Okay, I'm going to call this meeting to order. If everybody can stand for the Pledge of Allegiance, please. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic
for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
We have a new board member, Pat Tobin. Welcome. I believe he's the only new addition, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you want to go through roll call?
Yes, Commissioner Dominic?
Here.
Commissioner Chermak?
Here.
Mrs. Sacco?
Here.
Mayor Chelik?
Here.
Mrs. Gatto?
Here.
Mrs. Sheridan?
Here.
And Mr. Tobin.
Pat, you're on mute.
Here.
Yeah, okay.
Okay. Opportunity for the public to address the board, agenda items only. Anything?
Nothing. Again, the public had until 9 o'clock this morning to send anything via email, and I did not receive anything.
Okay. Presentation of minutes for approval from the meeting held on February 10th, 2021. I'm assuming everybody's had an opportunity to review them. Do I have a motion to approve those minutes?
Motion to approve.
Do I have a second?
Second.
On the question? All in favor?
Aye.
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 Presentation of vouchers for examination and approval from February 11th through April 14th, 2021. Does anybody want to say anything about those?
Does anybody have any questions on any of the, after reviewing them?
Okay. Do I have a motion to approve the vouchers?
Motion.
Do I have a second?
Second.
On the question? All in favor?
Aye.
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 Discussion items. Land bank general update. Ralph?
Okay, in the city of Scranton, to date, 141 properties have been conveyed. There's 10 properties either pending acquisition and or disposition, and that would include 2 that will be acted on today, hopefully. The city of Carbondale, 6 properties have been conveyed and 7 properties are pending acquisition and or disposition. And after today's meeting, well, there's 2 included in those 7 properties that the board will be acting on today. We have 1 property pending in Covington Township and 1 in Vanley. So we're moving into some other municipalities, as you can see. So they'll be acted on hopefully today. And that's it for land bank update right now.
Okay. Next agenda item, new interest in the land bank.
Okay. Since the last meeting, we haven't had any new school districts come aboard. We're still, Lackawanna Trail, Abington Heights, and Riverside are still out there. Maybe we can make another effort in the near future to try to get them aboard. Since the last meeting, as far as municipalities are concerned, we were able to attend the meeting on February 16th. Brenda and I, and Scott Township is now aboard. So, and they have about 70 properties up there that are in the repository. So they joined Scranton, Carbondale, Feld Township, Mayfield, Troop, Dunmore, Blakely, Archibald, Covington, Vanling, and Old Forge.
Is that it?
That's it.
Okay. Any bid openings?
There are no bid openings at this point. You know, we just discussed some of the applications that I've received since the last meeting. And you want me to proceed with that at this point? Mm-hmm. Okay.
Thank you.
If everyone wants to just look at their color photos of the aerial views of the land bank property discussion. First, in the city of Scranton, there's a property on Florida Avenue that an adjacent property owner would like to purchase. His plan really for the property is really keep it as green space. It's right next to his, adjacent to his property, and perhaps build a garage or shed in the future. These will, I'll just go over all of these, and and the resolutions will be acted upon after I get done, I guess. Okay.
Okay.
The next one, we go to Carbondale, 5 Lathrop Street in Carbondale. And this is another adjacent property owner who wants to buy this corner lot. And he's agreed to pay $500 since it's a buildable lot. And just going back to the last one too, with Mr. Stelmack, who wants to purchase the property on Florida Avenue, also agreed to pay the $500 for the buildable lot. Moving into staying in Carbondale, we received application from Alex and Melissa Kelly who want to purchase two lots in Carbondale. Now, these are an extension of Coolidge Avenue and Adams Street up there. They're undeveloped properties, but their plan in the future is to build a house, and they're going to have to take the utilities up there too. So, but they're just speaking with Michelle Bannon from the municipality and the Kellys. They plan to do that. So there's 2 lots in Carbondale that the board will be acting on today. Moving on to Covington Township, this property is in the Eagle Lake development. We have a property purchase application from Leah Sarenson, who also has agreed to pay $50 for this property. And really just, since Eagle Lake is a recreational area, they just plans on using it for recreation. Moving on to Vanley, another adjacent property owner would like to purchase the property next to him. This is a 50 by 150 foot lot. It would also be considered a buildable lot. So Mr. Mueller is going to just maintain his green space and extend his yard. This is all, like I said, it's a buildable lot, so he's going to pay the $500 minimum price for this lot. Moving back into Scranton, this is a land bank property that we already own. It's one of the 100 that were brought in right at the beginning, and now we have an adjacent property owner who recently purchased this property next to it, who now wants to extend his property here. So again, this is a 50 by 150 foot lot, and he has agreed to pay $150 for this property. Okay, now the next property, the rear of 1619 Price Street. I have this on the agenda for today as a side lot, but we're going to ask the board to table this for further discussion until the board makes any decision on it. There might be some issues that have to be addressed, so if it's okay with the board, we request that I had to have some conversation with Linda and Attorney Kovasani that we'd like to table this for right now.
Would that be resolution 21-010?
Let's see here. It's the side lot. Okay. That would be
Or 008?
008.
Okay.
We'll table. Okay. Okay, that's as far as the discussions, as far as properties. If you want to move on to the resolutions.
Well, we still have advisory committee and general property discussion. You already addressed that. There's nothing else.
No, that's it. And Jesse, did you want to add anything? That we did review all of this with the advisory committee prior to this meeting.
Yeah, advisory committee looked at all of these properties and did vote to the recommendations that Ralph just mentioned, tabling resolution 008 because of the a little more information that we wanted to share with the prospective buyer. And in addition, looked at all the other resolutions as well, including the policy and procedure updates and edits, and is in support of all those as well. The only other update from the advisory committee is we've been talking a lot about using the spring and early summer as an opportunity to continue to tell stories of success from land bank property purchasers, do more outreach in the press about the success of the land bank. And one thing that we wanted to bring to this full board is an opportunity that we see to help pull together a press event in Carbondale, just because of some of the activity that's happened there over the last few months, and the opportunity to kind of grow and get more properties conveyed in that community. So if it's acceptable to this board, we can help work on putting together a press event sometime this quarter before the end of June, in partnership with the city of Carbondale, just to get some press on some of the good things happening there. So we had heard that some of the previous outreach has drummed up interest in properties and ended up in properties being acquired. So we just want to keep that momentum.
Jesse, it must be in my brain because I was thinking this morning, a lot of people don't even know about land bank. And if they even heard the word land bank, they don't know how it works.
Mm-hmm.
So I agree with you. I think
Great.
we should get out there and just let the general public know where they can find these properties and what it's about.
Yeah, we'll continue to do that then and put an event together. We also talked about maybe framing out a few editorials that the board can submit to local papers, things like that, just to kind of keep it front and center in front of both municipalities and prospective buyers. So
I agree.
okay. We'll proceed with that then. Thank you.
Carbondale is good. We've been able to move 6 properties so far, with another 7 in the works in the short period of time that they've been aboard. So I think it's a good opportunity for Carbondale.
Okay. New business, resolution number 21-006, approving the acquisition of additional property from the tax claim office repository list of unsold property. And this is the addresses that were on Florida Avenue in Scranton, Lathrop Street in Carbondale, Bald Eagle Lane, Covington Township, Ash Boulevard in Vanling Borough, Adams Avenue in Carbondale, and Coolidge in Carbondale. Is that right, Frank?
Yep. Yes.
Oh my God. I did it again. Brenda, I know. You can't make this stuff up. I call Ralph Frank Tobin. Pat, you're new to this, but I have a problem with Ralph's name. And for some reason, I think his name should be Frank. And I call him that quite often.
Okay, so I'll know who you're referring to.
Kind
all
enough
right.
to not call me out on it, but
I was
it's
waiting for
literally ridiculous at this point. I am so sorry. I mean no disrespect. I am just clearly not good with names. I'm terrible. Is that right, Ralph?
Oh, that's fine. That's fine.
Okay. So do I have a motion to approve resolution number 21-006? And these are all the properties that you already discussed.
Right.
Motion.
Do I have a second
Second.
on the question? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any nays? Okay. Resolution number 21-007. Approving the conveyance of certain land bank owned property under the property purchase program. And again, these are the same properties, I believe, correct?
Right. The first resolution was just to acquire them from the tax claim bureau, and this resolution would be to convey them to the property owners who have submitted their applications.
Now, there is one additional one, letter E, which is Bloom Avenue in Scranton.
I did go over that, didn't I? Yeah.
Did you? Because it's not listed.
Oh, no, I'm sorry. Well, you mean on the first one?
It's not listed on 2106.
Oh, that's because it's already a land bank property, so we
Okay.
don't have to get it. Yeah.
So 007 addresses all of the properties from resolution 21-006 with the addition of 1739 Bloom Avenue in Scranton.
Right. Yep.
Any questions, anybody? Do I have a motion to approve resolution number 21-007?
Motion.
Do I have a second
A
Second.
second.
on the question? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any nays? Okay, we agreed to table resolution number 21-008, so we will move on to resolution number 21-009. And that is approving revisions to the application and conveyance process of land bank or repository properties. Frank, or Ralph, you want to talk about that? Jesus.
Okay, I don't know, do you want me to read everything here?
No,
okay.
I mean,
I'm sure everyone had a chance to review this, and we have reviewed it, over the past week with different board members here.
why don't you just tell us the gist?
Okay, we're just updating the application process so that at this point, when someone submits their application, we also want an offer form. We want a notarized affidavit of the applicant, just similar to what the Tax Claim Bureau does. Just saying that they're not here to represent someone else who's not allowed to purchase a property, or and that affidavit will have to be notarized. And along with that, we're going to ask for a cashier's or a certified check when they submit their application, because there have been some times where we've received an application, we've taken the property in, and somebody has backed out, and therefore we're stuck with the property. This gives us a little bit more assurance that the prospective buyer will go through with the purchase of the property.
Just for anybody listening, I'm assuming the underlined portion is the most important portion of this resolution, right? It says a complete application includes the application form, the offer form, the notarized affidavit of applicant, a picture copy of the applicant's government issued photo ID, driver's license, passport, real ID, etc. Like you said, a certified or cashier's check made payable to the Lackawanna County Land Bank for the purchase price of the property, and incomplete applications will not be processed. That's basically
right. And in addition, the paragraph after that we're including now, that when someone wants to purchase a property that has a structure that's on the repository list, we just want to strengthen it a little bit by asking for a good faith deposit in the amount of $5,000. That should be in the form of cashier's or a certified check that we will hold in escrow until the rehab is done and they have a certificate of occupancy.
And then once they purchase it, say for $500, they'll get a refund for the $4,500. Is that what you're saying? Or am I
yeah. Well, really, we're going to hold that and that's that 5,000. We won't cash that at all.
Oh, okay.
Okay. And,
I see. This is going to be in addition to the certified check or cashier's check.
Right, for the 500. Okay. Now, if we also throw a sentence in here as far as if someone is very close to the end and they need that 5,000 to finish the project, and the board of directors can decide to release that good faith deposit prior to the actual certificate of occupancy. So we're leaving that as far as part of the application process. If that's okay.
Okay. And it says, just for anybody who's watching, if anybody does watch us, it says during the rehab period and until final property inspection is passed and certificate of occupancy is gained, title to the rehab property and the $5,000 good faith deposit is held in escrow. If the buyer fails to meet their obligations under the rehab agreement, the buyer forfeits the purchase price, the good faith deposit, and all property costs borne by the buyer, and all investments in materials and services made on the rehab property. The Land Bank Board of Directors may also authorize the early release of the good faith deposit in some circumstances, like you just talked about, if they're near the end and they need the money. Right. And we're just doing this not to make it more difficult, but just to prevent against buyers not doing what they indicated that they were going to do with the property.
Right. And this is especially in the city of Scranton, where we at a tax claim sale, they're not under this obligation. They just come in and they can buy it, and sometimes they don't know if it's a condemned structure, or it's on a demolition list. And as we can see every week in the paper, you see something should be done, and it seems like there are properties that went through a tax sale and nobody ever did anything. This is just to protect, the land bank and any municipality out there too.
Okay. Do I have a motion to approve resolution 21-009?
Motion to approve.
That was enthusiastic. Do I have a second?
Second.
On the question? All in favor?
Aye.
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 Any nays? Okay. Chris, I didn't hear you. Is that it? You said aye, right?
Yep.
You're always quiet. Okay. Resolution number 21-010, approving the adjustment in the price of a vacant property under the side lot program. What is this about?
Okay, we right now we're getting $100 for a side lot. We just felt that in order to offset some of the administrative and legal costs associated with transfer of the properties, that a $50 increase couldn't really hurt. So if somebody's going to pay 100, I'm sure they'll pay 150 for the deal they're getting as far as the side lot. So,
It's still a steal as far as I'm concerned.
Mhm.
Okay. Do I have a motion to approve? Hi. 21-010?
Motion.
Do I have a second?
Second.
On the question? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any nays? Okay. Resolution number 21-011, approving a purchase agreement with Ronald McDonald House for the purchase of a property located at 337 to 339 Wheeler Avenue in Scranton, PA, contingent upon the land bank's successful bid and purchase of the property at the April 26th, 2021 tax claim judicial sale. This is, why don't you tell us about this?
Brenda, do you want me to talk about this, or do you want to?
I can speak about it.
Okay.
So the Ronald McDonald House had approached us regarding this property. It's a property that's been vacant and a nuisance property along the block where the Ronald McDonald House is currently. So they wanted to actually purchase this property from this judicial sale, but we wanted to ensure that the Ronald McDonald House would be able to actually win the bid for this property, because of course, they're a wonderful organization that does great things. And with the powers of the land bank, we can go into this sale and purchase the property on behalf and then transfer it over to the Ronald McDonald House.
Now we will be paying, whatever the judicial price is, and the Ronald McDonald House will be reimbursing us for the bid price.
Anyone have any questions? I think this is great. I'm always happy when I see the Ronald McDonald House. Do I have sorry, I just had a total mind blank there. Do I have a motion to approve resolution 21-011?
Motion.
Do I have a second?
Second.
On the question? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any nays? Okay, resolution 21-012, approving the submission of a preemptive bid for the purchase of a property at the April 26, 2021 tax claim judicial sale. And this again is for the Ronald McDonald House, correct?
Right. This is just a follow-up to that. We want to get a purchase agreement with the McDonald House first, and before we really go in and bid on the property.
Okay,
And we have authority to do this under the Land Bank Act. We can go in and do a trump bid or preemptive bid, however you want to call it, in certain circumstances. And we're gonna pave the way for the Ronald McDonald House. That's basically what we're doing.
And I just want to add that the Ronald McDonald House will be responsible for the demolition of the property as well.
And they will reimburse us. That's part of the agreement we're gonna do. They're gonna reimburse us because we're gonna have to pay the tax claim bureau initially. And then, but we'll get reimbursed by Ronald McDonald House.
okay. All right, do I have a motion to approve resolution number 21-012?
Motion.
Do I have a second?
I'll second.
Second.
On the question? All in favor?
Aye.
Any nays? Resolution number 21-013, approving amendment number 1 to the land bank policies and procedures with respect to section 2.3, processing for acquiring properties. Do you want me to read that, or do you want to just give us the gist?
Okay, we just wanted to make a few amendments to the application process. And did everyone have a chance to read this here? I mean, and if there's any questions or anything, we're just going to include this paragraph in our policies and procedures now. If you want me to read this, I can.
Ralph, weren't these the ones we went over at the work session?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I know I do it more for the public than I do for us.
Okay. Well, we're just going to include in the policies and procedures now when the land bank receives an application from a prospective buyer to purchase a land bank owned property or a property that is on the tax claim repository list of unsold property. The land bank will notify a representative of the municipality of the buyer's intent for the property and request comment. The Lackawanna County Land Bank will also request a representative of the municipality to vet the prospective buyer for any delinquent taxes or municipal fees. Once the land bank completes this due diligence and as time permits, the land bank board of directors will be requested to approve the acquisition of the property from the tax claim repository to the land bank at the next meeting of the land bank board of directors. Conveyance of the property to the prospective buyer will be considered by the land bank board of directors at a subsequent meeting. In some circumstances, the land bank board of directors reserves the right to approve the acquisition of the property from the tax claim bureau repository of unsold property and the conveyance of the property to the prospective purchaser at the same meeting. Okay, it's spread out a little bit more, but it gives us a little bit more time to, in the municipality as well, to make sure that, we're vetting the prospective buyer, make sure everything is good with them.
And it also gives the municipality the opportunity to vet the property. I think when we were out selling the land bank, one of the things that we saw was that, the representatives from the municipalities understand some of their properties. And, example, if something's a wetland and not buildable, they may be able to see that. And we would have that vetting process happen before we convey any properties.
Right. And before we take anything in as well,
Right, because we don't want to take it in and find out their issues, and then it becomes a land bank property that's not sellable. So this might help us in that process.
So basically, our land bank policies and procedures are just revolving as time goes on.
Right.
Yes.
We're making them more efficient. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Do I have a motion to approve section or resolution number 21-013?
Motion.
Do I have a second?
Second.
On the question. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any nays? Okay. Resolution number 21-014, approving amendment number 2 to the land bank policies and procedures with respect to section 4.6, covenants, conditions, and restrictions. It says here that you're going to be deleting the following language. LCLB, Lackawanna County Land Bank, will also include language in the disposition agreement that the transferee is precluded from appealing the post-development assessed value as determined by the county assessment office for a period of 5 years following the transfer of property. What's behind the deletion of that paragraph?
Oh, okay. Right now, our policy procedure says that someone can't appeal a land bank property once they purchase for 5 years. I kind of think that's not really fair, So.
And it makes, if by eliminating this, it really does make purchasing the property more.
Right.
In my opinion, that might be a drawback for some people.
Right. Definitely. Once they see what the assessed value of the property, they'll back off because even though they're getting it probably at a reasonable price, they still,
Commissioner, we've been with, of course, Ralph's been spearheading. We've had a number of properties that the assessments were readjusted for us prior to us conveying it, especially with some of the vacant lot situations. The tax claim, the tax assessor would just, Ralph would contact them, and they worked with us on adjusting assessed values on some of our properties just to make them more saleable. So that's the thing behind this. You just don't. It doesn't do a person any good to get a side lot and their taxes are ridiculous on it. So then they're not going to want to buy it, or they're not going to pay it.
Right.
It's even worse.
Right. And then they would still go through the formal appeal process. So,
Right.
right. So
Right.
we're just allowing them to be able to have that ability.
Okay.
Okay.
Do I have a motion to approve resolution 21-014?
Motion.
Do I have a second
Second.
on the question? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any nays? Okay, we have a lot of resolutions this meeting, I think. Resolution number 21-015, approving amendment number 3 to the Land Bank Policies and Procedures with respect to section 4.8 deed without warranty. And it says here that under section 4.8 deed without warranty, the following shall be deleted: either special warranty or, that's the language in quotation marks, either special warranty or, leaving section 4.8 deed without warranty to read as follows: all conveyances from LCLB, Lackawanna County Land Bank, to third parties shall be by quitclaim deed. Do you want to explain the change behind that, or the reason behind that change?
Well, yeah, the policies and procedures say either special warranty or by quitclaim deed. We're only conveying property by quitclaim deed at this point, so we might as well just get rid of that special warranty language out of there, not so we don't confuse anybody.
Okay.
And Ralph, most land banks across the country and the state, almost all their conveyances are quitclaim, and it's similar to what the taxing bodies do when they have their tax sales, judicial sales. You get a quitclaim deed. That's it. That's one of the reasons we keep our costs down and the prices cheap, because if anybody feels the necessity to do a quiet title action, they do it at their own expense, the purchaser, if they're going to build on it, if they're going to get a loan, but if they're just going to keep it as a side lot, it's not cost effective for them to go through that expense. So that's the reason behind it.
So basically, again, it makes it more appealing to potential buyers.
Right.
Okay, do I have a motion to approve resolution 21-015?
Motion.
Do I have a second
Second.
Second.
on the question? All in favor? Aye.
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 Any nays? Okay, resolution number 21-016, approving amendment number 4 to the Land Bank Policies and Procedures with respect to section 6.2B, side lot disposition program, qualified properties. And it says here that under section 6.2B, side lot disposition program, qualified properties, the following shall be deleted, quote, with not less than a 75% common boundary line at the side, end quote. So now 6.2B, that provision, side lot disposition program, qualified properties, will read as follows, quote, the parcel shall be physically contiguous. Am I saying that wrong?
I think it's contiguous.
Contiguous, okay. End quote. That's not a word you see every day. And Ralph, you want to tell me, I got your name right, or Brenda, you want to tell us what, or Joe, you want to tell us what's behind this elimination here?
I could maybe address that from what I learned from a lot of our side lots are irregular in shape and topography.
Right.
And who's going to go measure to see if it's 75%? So if it's 60%, if it's 50%, or even 10%, as long as it's some part of the lot is touching the prospective buyer's existing lot, it meets the side lot intentions, which is to have a neighbor there that's gonna take care of the lot and make it part of his property. So that, this 75% thing was just an unnecessary arbitrary number.
So it removes a burden and it makes it more streamlined.
Yes.
Okay. Do I have a motion to approve resolution 21-016?
Motion to approve.
Do I have a second?
Second.
On the question. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any nays? Okay, that's it for resolutions. Number 8 on the agenda, opportunity for the public to address the board. Anything, Ralph?
Again, I received nothing. Public had until 9 o'clock this morning to submit anything, and I didn't receive anything.
Okay. Our next scheduled meeting is Wednesday, May 12th, 2021 at 11 a.m. I will take a motion for adjournment.
Motion.
Do I have a second?
Second.
On the question? All in favor?
Aye.
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 Thank you, everybody.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Have a good